Welcome to Approach the Bar with DanceBeat. We're at LAX, we're at the Emerald Ball, and last night we witnessed all the professional Rising Star events. So Don, now we're going to move on to an event that we both actually judged last night, which was the Pro Rising Star Rhythm. Into first place last night we had Alberto and Jessa May, who are from New York and are on a really, really good run at the moment.
I expect them to be finalists in US in a matter of time. This girl, she's special. You know, we have Yuliya in our Latin field, and she's Yuliya-ish. I mean, just there's just some certain similarities from the quality of her legs, the shape of her legs, her little round head, and her intention. She draws you in. Just the quality of how she moves her body, and then how her partner dances with her. There's nothing disturbing. It's a very equal balance.
I was going to say that he is the perfect foil for her, because
a good boy.
And this is a
compliment.
Well, no, this is a big compliment. I don't see him.
Right.
Okay, which is
I get it.
That's good.
I get it.
That is.
Yeah, I mean, with if you got a great partner in your hand, it's always a plus. But he does bring something to the table, so he's not without.
Oh no, of course.
But with a girl that good, if you got a boy who's trying to be as good, then it devalues her.
Of course.
And I think it's smart the way they present their choreography and each dance. It's very good, very good.
So in the second place, we had Christian and May. Now this was very, very interesting because they actually placed second with 4/3 in this competition.
Yeah, they came up through the middle for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So now, what did you feel about this couple?
Again, another girl with great feet and legs. Her presentation, her animation. Just again, when you talk to somebody, there's always this feeling of you can connect to them, or you want to discuss with them. You don't shy away from their eyes and stuff. She really brings me in watching her. She and her partner, for me, have a good balance between each other. How they look, how they present the quality of their dancing. But again, with her, what draws me is her feet and legs.
Oh yeah,
spectacular feet and legs.
Yes, totally. So
worthy of second place for me for sure. But from that mark, and then you go into the other marks. They were all over the place. I mean, at the 6, 5, and 4, I think, each had either a second or a fifth, or a sixth. And so it was obviously that's something to read as a competitor.
One thing that I feel I should mention was that in the 6th place we had Kyle and Ali Spindler last night, who are not really a rhythm couple.
Right, everybody knows them for their smooth, for sure, and wonderful smooth dancers.
However, when I was picking people to get to the final, I actually could see what they were trying to do.
Sure, I had them in multiple dances as well.
The conversation that they had with each other.
Yep.
That's what a married couple should have.
Absolutely.
Have with each other. They were not shouting at each other.
Yeah,
last
sometimes when the boys are dancing and in the rhythm, there's. And one boy, actually from the East Coast, it's Andrew. Sometimes he gets for me a little. I love his dancing. He's a talented kid. I mean, if I could have had a body rhythm like this boy does, I would probably still be dancing. But many times, I see his eye go out and to look around at people. Instead of just pay attention to the girl for me. Let me have that time to look at you, and because his dancing's got such quality to it. But for him to better that, it just keep that image of how I'm dancing with my girl.
Well, maybe they are an old married couple. No, they're not really.
Oh,
they're only very young, but they've been dancing for like 15 years together.
No, I didn't know that.
I know.
Well, that's what's maybe that's why he's comfortable enough to do that, because he knows exactly where she's going to be, and whenever they're dancing, it's evident. Because I see her look at his eyes. Okay, what are you up to now? and I could sense he starts to change things. But what I like about that, he then has the opportunity to change stuff and interpret music differently.
Of course,
because maybe the music was going to stop a little bit longer here, and he says, "Hey, honey, we're going to hang out here for a second." And I can see his quality and how he could lead the girl, because their connection I really, really enjoy.
Yeah.
How he dances his body connections with her.
Well, he should look at her a little bit more, because she's changed her image. I thought she looked great last night.
I did too. I liked the little pant outfit. She carried it off very well. Not a whole lot of people can. All the girls body-wise they can pull them off, but you're naked. Your legs are there. You know, you're
You
right
see
there.
everything, yeah.
Absolutely. And so it could be a good thing or a bad thing, and she's got feet and legs to back it up. So
Cool. So once again, we like that competition.
yeah, absolutely, great competition.
I've had a great time
I have.
discussing with you what went on last night.
In our last event.
Oh yes, and our last event actually is the Pro Rising Star Latin. Our winner last night was Sasha and Cheyenne. So, what were your feelings on this couple?
I've always enjoyed Sasha and Cheyenne's dancing. He's consistent, talented boy. I remember him when he danced with his amateur partner, and I'd go to a studio in Boston to teach, and he was there. So he's always caught my eye. And Cheyenne's a beautiful girl, beautiful foal. I don't know if there's a balance yet between the two of them. I still feel sometimes that there's a question mark on her eye. And and I think if she would erase that question mark of doubt, whether she thinks other people doubt her or whether she doubts herself, and I don't mean to put thoughts into her head, just the way it comes across to me. And so I'd rather her just, and she has gotten more confident, but I think just an inner belief in herself is going to do herself a lot of good, irrelevant of what anybody else thinks of her. And because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks. You just what you have, and that inner belief in yourself, and I think that will just even push them even further forward, because I know they're trying to push final in the Open for getting Rising Star, and
of course,
and I think they're definitely capable, and they have the look for it, and there's a place for them in the final. But I just think that would be for me my suggestion to just the way I interpret their dancing. But he's a kind of a go straight forward, go after it boy.
Oh yeah, he's a very, very strong dancer.
Yeah.
No messing around, no screwing about.
No.
Let's get on with this job.
Yep.
Yeah. And yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yep.
So.
Number 2, Sergey and Dasha. For me, because they're in my area, so I see them frequently, especially if it's a local event. But I thought much improved on their part. Their quality of the legs. They've always been quality dancers, but the maturity maybe would be the word of their timing of their leg speed together, and how they use it to represent something else in their body, I thought was really good, because they always have great dynamics with each other, and they always get your attention. But sometimes they would get my attention with their dynamics, but then the image would be there, the package would be there, but then the content would not be there for me.
So the first time I ever saw this couple, they got my attention because they made so much noise.
Right, and I was nice to see that they did that, because sometimes they get into it and they'll make the sounds, and whatever, it's a kias in karate or whatever, to release that energy.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be a distraction to judges.
But not last night.
No, last night.
Last night was
not a peep, but their dancing was all they needed. I thought their dancing was very strong. The look, beautiful girl, great looking guy. The way they were costumed, everything fit. So for me, their image of what they want to look like, they got a great idea about it, and they're consistent with it as well.
Yeah, and Dawn and I actually have been talking a little bit about this. There was one couple last night who were very disappointed with the result. They made it very obvious that they were very disappointed with the result. That is a kick in the teeth to all the judges.
Right.
And the judges notice this. So whether you're first or whether you're last,
you take it with a smile, and you go
totally
on and learn
take it with a smile.
You guys got to remember, this is a journey. This is not a sprint. Your career is based on multiple competitions, not just one. And if something doesn't go right the one time, we get it. We've all had the nights of not making finals, being pissed off and thinking judges' faults or whatever. But the bottom line is, if there's 13, 15 judges and you get placed a certain way, then you need to address yourself.
I would like to thank my mother and your family for watching us, and we will be back with more from the Emerald Ball. And always check in on DanceBeat.com to find out up-to-the-minute updates on this event.
On every minute.
Cheers, Dawn.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Have a good one.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Thanks.